That was what the
Yeah, it was.
the
Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club on WUJM 99 Jams, The Berg. Go ahead and grab your coffee, pull up a chair, and make yourself at home. In just a few minutes, we'll be taking attendance, sharing stories, celebrating our community, and talking about the people, places, and opportunities shaping Tampa Bay. If you're here this morning, you're already a member, so settle in. There's a seat at this table with your name on it. Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
And there you have it, y'all. Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Qiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edman.
And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project at the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That?
See that.
And we would like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
The new
gangster.
baby.
And if you don't know,
Now you know. Now you know. Now you know. Y'all know we're a little late, but we on time.
yes. And yes, we are.
Yeah.
Share.
Yeah.
Hit this share.
Yes.
Because this show is finna take off.
Share and share alike. That's what we do, right?
We about to take off.
We about to take off, man.
We gotta
So
take up. And before we do that, we're gonna say thank you to Culture Creative.
yeah, live here, Culture Creative, everything culture. We got to
Yes.
we got to get the tagline for culture.
Yes, and Culture,
Yeah,
and I'll
yeah.
get because there's a lot of stuff going on this weekend
It really
at
is.
Culture.
It really is.
Speakeasy is on Sunday.
Yeah.
On Saturday.
Okay.
It's something. I'll get it. I get it. So,
And
but
you can
yeah.
go to culturecreative.com, I think,
Oh, you
and it has the list of things. So we can do that for y'all too as well. But make sure that you like, share, subscribe, comment, check in. What's on your mind? And it is What's on Your Mind Wednesday. Nisha said, take off. Let's go. Well said. So, what's on your mind?
Okay, I guess we'll get up there. Congratulations to some.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well,
congratulations to everybody.
All,
Yeah.
No,
We're not selective with the congratulations.
No, we're not, because I feel like everybody. Okay, it was the primaries yesterday.
Yes.
And people went out there and vote. Everybody who put their name in the hat, congratulations to you.
Yeah.
Because just to step out and do that,
That's
it
big.
takes courage.
It really does.
A lot of people talk behind the scenes about what they should, could, and would do if they had the chance and never do it.
Yeah.
And everybody who did it, kudos to you.
Yeah, thank you for stepping up and taking a shot, shooting your shot, because it's really real, man, to put yourself out there for public office and open yourself up to all of the scrutiny and all of the stuff that go with, those types of runs.
Yeah, your family. People don't understand. It's not just you that's running; it's your family.
Yeah,
who they're coming in. And this race got a little ugly.
Didn't
it got a little ugly.
Yeah.
And what I've always, my hope and my prayer is that throughout this, I hope people take out the mess and heard what they think needs to be done for the city.
Yes.
Right. And that regardless of what side you was on, we're still one community.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're one community. And all of us collectively make St. Pete what it is. So don't exclude somebody out because of this race.
You got
right.
you got the big C city and the small C city.
Right.
Yeah.
And the small C city,
Yeah.
Really make it happen. So just keep that in mind. And I hope what we do see at this is a lot of collabs.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sit down.
Yeah, there's opportunities to work together on things now, really, and make a positive impact. Yeah.
That's in the perfect world. In the perfect world.
What world are we in?
We in the real world. And
So
a lot of people hurt. There's a lot of people feelings and emotions has been tied to this.
Good morning, sweetie.
And it need to be like a recovery.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a recovery plan after tight elections and tight.
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah. Like, what do you do the morning after?
Yeah. How you people ain't looking at each other the same after this?
And you're not candidates. You're talking about people.
Yeah, people and candidates.
People and
all
candidates.
Of the above. Everybody impacted and affected.
Yeah.
Because everybody get impacted and affected differently.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, to your point about a recovery plan, I like that. This atonement and reconciliation process. So, and I think that may be a way to start it. Like, we gotta start reframing how we go into these spaces, right? Like understanding that I'm running for office because I believe I'm the person for the job, but the fact that you also running for this, are you trying to get this same job?
Right.
Like, that don't make me hate you or make me not like you because you trying to get the job I'm trying to get. Like, how can we keep the humanity?
It's like a fight. Some people can fight and squash it and move on, but some people fight and hold grudges. But we got people out there been fighters. Y'all done been in fights before, and you don't either held the grudge with the person you fought,
or you become best friends.
You pulled my hair. You ain't have to pull my hair like that.
Nah, look, I remember fighting, and then the person you fight, you end up being real cool with eventually.
I think so.
I mean, like you said, it's perfect world scenarios, but I remember like having fights with people that, and then after we fought, we was real cool afterwards.
That's homeboy.
Yeah.
No, but sometimes no.
Some people will talk still.
I can tell you
for
what's
good.
That I remember like didn't like each other. This somebody else scenario didn't like each other. They fought, got over it.
And then be real cool.
Parents end up adopting person.
Yeah, that's cooler than cool.
Brothers, like for life.
That's
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's possible, but I mean,
well, let me say this.
We adopting candidates after this.
Let me say this.
No, that ain't gonna happen. Yeah.
Right? And what we do see right here is that you can look back and be like, okay, maybe I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Like, take what people say and really look at it as constructive criticism because you're leaving. Nobody can say nothing if you don't give them something to say.
I mean, I read something that said if you don't want nobody to say nothing, then you just don't do nothing. Do nothing and be nothing.
And then I heard.
Well, what I'm saying is just take it as what it and look at it and be like, okay, yeah, you called me out on it. I need to step up right there.
I heard,
you know what I mean?
I heard
I'm
they say
good right here.
If you ain't got nothing to say, if they ain't got nothing to say, they'll make something up.
Yeah, that's a thing too.
They do that.
That's absolutely a thing too. But yeah, hopefully, again, people can see the bigger picture and try and work together. Maybe even like once the new administration, if there is a new administration, if the current administration see some talent that emerged during this electoral cycle, maybe they can see if there's a place for them inside of their office. That's what you think about Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama.
Look at this picture,
right? Oh yeah, that's classic. That's the classic picture. Yeah, that's the classic. That's the classic picture.
But you're saying Hillary Clinton?
No, but like how Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, they were at odds, but then he ended up making her the Secretary of State.
But that was political mob work there.
Okay,
right? That was
none of that happening
here. Yeah.
Why can't it be?
I ain't saying it can't be. The political mob is here, but I'm just saying that's why that happened like that, because she was very feisty and very disrespectful.
Okay, so here's another one. Marco Rubio and Donald Trump.
That's a big one.
I mean, they was going
at
it.
That's political mob,
and now you see that he's a part of his administration.
He broke him in, and that's helped him get elected.
What you look at is people who have a common goal.
Yeah.
Right, and then you put all the BS aside. Like, I might not like that person, but we both got the common goal. Like, let's stop acting like we're not. So our leaders, so I understand real world, but we put our leaders in their place and vote them in so that they put the community on top over their own feelings.
Yeah.
Like, this ain't no like a kindergarten, high school. No, that's what our leaders are supposed to do. And like, when you take some position, that's what we expect.
Hope.
No, not hope. This is what we expect for you. Because
I won't say I expect.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's hope. It's idealistic. That's what they call it. You're being very idealistic.
We talk about when some roles you can't do stuff that you used to do.
Yeah.
Right. And a part of our leaders, there's some things that you got to take by the chin.
Yeah.
Now, at home, you can say whatever, but when it's time to.
Okay, I got you. When you said the expectation, I was like.
Trigger.
Yeah, because I don't have because I know disappointment is rooted in expectation. And
I hear that though.
And I don't have a whole lot of high expectations. But so hope was the word that kind of resonated with me. but that expectation piece,
but no, when we put leaders in place, you know what
I hear you. There are a set of expectations.
Ideally, we would want that.
Ideally,
we would want that, but the reality is, elected officials are people, and a lot of people still haven't grown past high school or the sandbox. You get what I'm saying? And then the odds go up tremendously when you're dealing with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So just like in this race, it was a lot of people in these races.
Okay.
And some people maturity level just ain't there. You know what I'm saying? At whatever age. And we would hope that they can put their stuff to the side and join the other team and make a united front, what they call it, build a coalition. That that happens.
The
reality
that
it happens less and less the closer you get to home.
So I say this, then we need to look at also who we're putting in office.
Yeah.
Because again, I want somebody who's going to put us first.
Right.
That is one of my requirements. Like, I'm thinking
put the people first.
Put the people first outside of your own feelings.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you laughing, but no, this is leadership. I don't expect for the intern not to have grudges, but I do expect for my mayor, my governor to look at us and they gotta take stuff out of
And then here's the thing, how do those grudges show up in your leadership of because I mean you can have a problem with somebody, but you understand what the bigger picture is for the community, and you able to work through that. Like, that's what I'm looking for. I would hope that would happen. You know what I mean? Because you got people that hold grudges, and now you got somebody who would be excellent for a role or excellent for a position. But because you holding this grudge, you won't put the best person for the job.
But it's a two-party thing, because even if one leader wants to mend the bridge, the other one don't. Yeah. Like this is real world we're in, right?
It have to be a coalition.
Yeah.
I'm going to welcome King Jab to the ride. What's good, King Jab? What's
definitely standing down on this conversation, because it sounds like y'all talking about me.
You taking it personally?
I'm on the other end of the immaturity.
Okay.
You
hold a grudge, and
the grudge is being held against me.
Okay, I got you.
You
I
know
got you. So, but that's what I mean. So when the grudge being held against you, when they
What
let
do
it
you
go,
do?
do you still remember how they held it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
man,
because that's enough. Like you said, it takes two to tango.
Conversation I've been having, man, and
it is, Kofi.
Honestly,
that's why I couldn't pick up for you.
Even black men, like I'm just gonna say black people, period, man. We've been having a really weird energy with each other, man.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just the energy amongst each other is just weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can tell a quick story. And might shed some light on the conversation. So yesterday, I picked my grandson up for practice. I was on the phone with y'all, matter of fact.
Okay.
He trying to tell me a story. get off the phone. He tell me a story. He said, "Okay, well, I don't want to play next year because I feel like the coach called me slow and I didn't like it." So he said they called me slow and I didn't like it. I said, "Like, what you talking about?" He said, "Okay, well, I mistakenly the offense over here, the defense over here, I mistakenly threw the other ball, and the coach called me slow."
Okay.
So he said, "I didn't want to tell you though."
Ah.
I said, "So why you didn't want to tell me?" He said, "Because I don't want you to say nothing because I know that you're going to want to fight him."
Wow.
So I'm like,
was he right?
Partially.
That's what I mean.
But the thing is, the kid's smart enough to know that we don't even know how to deal with our conflicts properly yet.
And
you know what I mean?
And he wanted to be addressed, but he don't want you to address it
so
the way he know you're gonna address it.
Stuff like this be opening my eyes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I
Because he telling me like, "No, I don't want you to say that because I don't want y'all to have. I don't want you to have an altercation with him."
Yeah.
But the kid deals with this man and deals with me. And he feels like between the both of us as adults, we ain't gonna be able to figure this out.
Oh man, yeah.
So what we doing, how we acting, what's being done, everything is learned behavior. We always say what's wrong with our kids. We showing them.
Yeah, that's what Rico always say. Shout out to Rico.
Resolve conflict. So how you hold a grudge?
Rico say the problem with the kids is the parents.
100%.
Yeah.
We talked about the public thing, how I really wanted to go off on that lady.
Yeah.
And I did in a professional way.
Yeah.
And I did.
But not in the loud ghetto way that people were like, "Oh hell," like no, you're gonna respect. You need to speak to the adult. They're here with me.
Yeah.
And then I showed them how we follow up. I called, reported it.
Yeah.
Now I wish I would have did the follow up like you said later on.
Yeah. To see what happened.
So but we have to teach our children, and honestly, with our leadership, I want them to have that. That is a requirement for me now. Like just thinking about it, like that's one of the requirements that when you come to my door, I'm gonna ask you that.
Right.
Now.
So we have to act in a manner that we know that our kids are watching.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's do this, y'all. For those who tuning in, thank y'all. We talking about learned behavior. That's what Charlie Paul says. Clearly, it's not learned behavior though, because they act different than the parents act. And then UB says learned behavior, and so that's kind of.
Good morning, Janet.
Good morning, Janet. I'm sorry, I got it. So let's do this. Let's walk through some of these results. Let's do some of the election night debrief, right? And so. Of course, in the city of St. Pete, we can begin with the mayor's race. Charlie Crist, he finished first. He had 19,019 votes, or 35.2%. The current mayor, Ken Welch, he finished second with 11,108 votes, or 20%. And then Jim Large actually finished third with 9,680%. 80 votes, pardon me, 17, almost 18%. And so because no candidate received the majority, Charlie Crist and Ken Welch will be advancing to the election on November 3rd. Another important number, Welch finished 1,400 votes ahead of Jim Large for the second place position. And so what do you say, what do you think this results tell us about the city and how, the city's looking to identify leadership?
I think it's going to be a tough road to November.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be a lot of money spent. It's probably gonna be a whole bunch of repeat of those ads. A lot of those same ads gonna keep running.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a wild election, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be what everybody expect though. I think it's gonna be a surprise.
Okay. Specifically in the mayor's race?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, King Jab, what do you think, man? What do you think the results of these numbers tell us about where the city is right now?
I love the option to vote, and what I'm seeing is beyond what people say, beyond what you see. When people step in that booth, they exercise their option in the way that they want to.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And that's what these numbers telling me. People, we may see it
One way,
but when people go in there, it's going to tell a different story. So
I'm
optimistic to see what's going to happen.
Okay.
I think that the candidates that were close in contention, a few more tools could have helped them out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like we talked about the engaging young voters.
Right.
500 young voters could have helped somebody.
Yeah. When you start looking at them numbers,
you know what I mean?
The numbers were really close for the top 4.
Yeah.
500.
Yeah, because 1,428 votes, is what separated second and third place.
And let's think about it.
So where's 1,400 people?
So let's think about it. We just said learned behavior, and it's not learned behavior because the kids will think different. So you engage in these younger voters, they may not vote for what mama tell them to do. They might like you as a candidate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They might choose the option to pick you.
Right.
So that's just the mind state around it. These races are close.
Yeah.
The numbers are very close. So that's just something to think about.
Right. Here's a question from the chat. LA Keys, he said, can we discuss with large documented history how close he was to an incumbent mayor and beating an active city council member?
So let's talk about that. He's a Republican.
Yeah.
He was the one Republican that was on this ballot.
Two. It was
two.
Backdoor.
But nobody knew him.
1,700 people did.
Yeah, in his neighborhood. Sorry, I don't want to be disrespectful. I mean, no, I'm not. But when you look at it, he was, and then he got the Trump vote. You know, he kind of got that support with Trump.
I did see on a lot of the posts when they talked about Republican leadership, they would point to Jim Large as that was the Republican option. That was their option. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when they look at the ballot,
Democrats vote Democrats, Republicans vote Republican.
And he was the Republican candidate.
Vote for their Republican candidate.
But I think it's more nuanced than that.
Okay.
Right? Because Charlie Crist a former Republican. You know what I'm saying? Our mayor a former Republican. So they all are former Republicans, right? On record. And
I don't remember the mayor being a Republican. Okay. I don't remember him.
I actually looked it up.
Well, I might be wrong.
Okay,
I might be wrong. I ain't always right.
Yeah.
Don't hold me to it. But all I'm saying is I think it's more nuanced than that. I think getting out to your voters is important.
Yeah.
And reaching your people. And I think that's what these numbers show. People had outlets and ways to reach their voters, and they got to them. And one sneeze the wrong way, we'll be looking at a different November race right now. Right.
And it's what Kofi said. He said it was a low information election.
Ooh.
And then there was some agreement in the chat about that.
Low information.
Low information. Yeah. I mean,
yeah, it was
who was really talking about the issues and really digging in on what the issues are. You know what I'm saying?
What I was we're talking about the issues were getting drowned out.
And do you the people that was talking about the issues was getting drowned out? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right, because that's crazy to me. But you're right.
So how do we get the issues to be prime front and center for the November? Because the issues is what help the people.
I remember. I'm gonna just go back to and rewind the tape back to 2017. Back when we did a campaign called the New Deal for St. Pete.
That's right.
And so while others were running, we were also running, but we were encouraging people to vote on the issues. And we had identified what the issues are. And we had a whole platform and an agenda that we were putting in front of the community. And so when you go into the booth or you go to these candidate forums, you can question the candidates about where they stand on the New Deal for St. Pete. I think we need to run that playback or do something like that, because we had points of progress that we told them, like, these are the things that we want to see. Where are you with that? And it forced them to really come through and talk about the policy.
So what you think happened?
I got some ideas, but I'm not going to say it. Let me tell you, I got some ideas, but I'm not saying it on live. They got to call me and pay me for mines. To help.
$250 an hour.
Consulting. Look, they consulting.
No,
I'm talking to the community, y'all.
No,
yeah. Because I mean, this wasn't a candidate that put the New Deal for St. Pete together.
No,
this was us in community. So
I'm just saying, but I got some ideas that
a candidate could benefit from.
Yes.
Okay.
Call me.
And I think that
You're available to consult.
All y'all got my number.
They really do.
I think with the New Deal of St. Pete, the candidates that did adopt some of those things, did they stand on it when they got in position?
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah. They did.
So let's run it.
I mean, and that was another. I mean, we can do the whole New Deal for St. Pete Tail of the Tape to remind people. I think we did as a part of the Who Got Next when we were talking about advocacy and action. Like we got a lot of wins out of that project. I mean, when I say wins, of course, that's a relative term, because we had policies that got put in place. But now you start talking about the implementation and how they show up. And that's what we're doing now. We're looking at, that was what, 8 years ago, 9 years ago. And so now we're seeing, okay, what happened with that platform and those policies and programs. So the community benefits agreement, that was a policy that came out of that. And that was front and center when we was doing the Tropicana Field debate. Everybody was talking about community benefits. Everybody was talking about the Community Benefits Advisory Council, but that was created because we demanded it as a part of the New Deal for St. Pete. It wouldn't have been no Community Benefits Advisory Council that's sitting in council with recorded meetings where where developers actually have to come to the table and have to present something on what they're going to do. That would not have happened if it wasn't for the New Deal for St. Pete. One example.
That's one. It's a book.
It's a multiple example. You know what I mean? Come on now.
Focus back to the candidates.
I just said the candidates because I want to say something. I want to say something about that because the New Deal is a catalyst point to a lot that's going on right now in the city. And we don't talk about it enough. Like the hubs, like all that stuff came up out that same package.
When Mayor Welch was on the campaign trail, and when he was at that forum in Charles Park, he talked about how when he got elected, he raised the minimum wage for all of the city workers. What gave him that idea? The New Deal for St. Pete was the campaign that was saying all of city workers should be making at least $15 an hour. We were saying that in 2012, 2013. Then we did the New Deal for St. Pete. 2017. We did it. Listen to me clearly. When we in 2017, one of the points of progress was that we were advocating for living wages for part-time and contracted city workers. That was 17. Mayor Welch got elected in 2022, and he raised the wage for part-time workers. You see what I'm saying? But it wasn't like, oh, I got this bright idea. It was a program in the community that was being pushed, and it actually happened.
So
you know what I mean?
Which is good. He listened to the community.
Yeah, he did in that regard.
Right? He listened to the community. And so y'all
want me to keep going? Because I can keep going. Like,
no,
I'm telling you,
we're gonna put that in the parking lot. We'll put it in the parking lot.
Like we spent a lot of time, energy, effort, sacrifice, late nights, did a lot of meetings, and then we got some shit done for real. As a community. You know what I'm saying?
So listen, this is what I'm saying.
Okay. Y'all done got me.
Keep talking about
It's what's in the cup. Come on.
Y'all need to give me some of that. I need some of that, man. God.
Up next,
back to the candidates.
City Council District 2.
Okay.
I mean, District 6.
District 6.
District 6 City Council. So in the City Council District 6 race, Lindsay Grove, she finished first with 1,853 votes.
1,853?
That was the first.
Oh, that's just in District
6.
Okay, I was say, God, that
was
like
just the district.
That's just that district.
Yeah. And then Trevor Mallory finished second with 1,478 votes. And so Grove and Mallory will be advancing to the November election. And here's another thing to be mindful of. They were separated by 375 votes.
So really
the difference between the two of them was 375 votes.
I'm telling you.
So not listen. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so just
I got some ideas for that race too.
And so the other part of that too, just for people who know, like we were looking for a candidate in the race with District 6, and then we remembered that it wasn't on our ballot because we don't live in District 6. And so this will be who advances. So District 6 will be on everybody's.
And now this is gonna be a citywide race.
It's gonna be a
so it goes out the
district. Listen, so yeah, they know this race right here, but now you get outside your neighborhood, right? And you start to let people know what you can do.
That's right.
All right.
That's right. And then there was also the state legislative results, and so 2 legislative races were directly affected. That directly affect parts of St. Pete were decided in what they call universal primaries.
Right.
And so in Senate District 16, Fentress Driscoll, she received 11,577 votes, or 54%. And Michelle Rayner received 9,689 votes, and the margin was 1,800 votes in that race. And so, so Fentress Driscoll,
1,800 votes. Close, but that was 1,800 votes. I would consider that as close.
It depends,
but it depends on how many. Yeah, the pool of votes.
Is the pool? Is the pool?
I mean,
so, okay. So here we go. 54 to like 46% is kind of the margin there.
4 more pennies than I do. Come on.
Say 4 more pennies.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
But so that race was determined yesterday.
Yeah. So
yeah,
they moving. Yeah, they moving forward.
Ain't no.
Oh,
yeah.
Ain't no double, no main.
It was them 2 that was in there.
Because what happens in the universal primary, you explained it on Monday. Yeah. In the universal primary, when all of the qualified candidates are from the same political party,
they go.
Then they don't have anybody else that would face them in the
and this is important for people to understand about universal primaries and regular primaries. And exactly what a primary is.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen people asking a lot of questions. The primaries is really what sets the stage for the general election.
I see some curiosity in the chat, but I don't know what it is. We got to get y'all on these comments because I can't do it. No, somebody said they was curious about something. I'm trying to catch up.
And it's all right to be curious. Ask the questions.
We'll come through.
Ask the questions. Get it out. Because
we're gonna double back. Yeah, if you can get in the comments.
I think she said she want to know who they're now gonna support.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Who
will the candidates who were in the race support?
Yeah,
but see, that's another thing what we were talking about. Some candidates can come out and say, "Hey, I'm supporting my opponent now," or some will be like, "No, I'm going home. I ain't got nothing to say about that."
Yeah. True.
And then who I vote for is my business,
right?
And that's kind of
because some candidates feel like it was them or nobody.
Listen, local politics is very on nationals. You see the coalition building, but local is a very local is a very tough sport.
I know it is, but I'm going to tell you. Okay, so if you lost today or you didn't win, and you go back home, and you don't come in and still fight for the community, then I feel like then the right choice was made.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you that because
take my ball and go home.
Yeah, if you take your ball and go home,
I ain't gotta,
you don't have to. You don't have to. This is. Again, the views expressed is of Qiana's. Okay,
I should have put the views expressed.
No, but I'm gonna tell you this. If you lost, if you didn't come out on the top 2 and you take your ball to go home, then the right choice was made, because I don't want somebody that just give up when it don't turn out in your favor.
Stay working, keep working.
But this is a
tough leadership
election. Okay. And people were hurt emotionally, mentally, and financially. Right? Sometimes, hey, I can't. I ain't coming to support nobody. I ain't passing no endorsements. I ain't holding no signs. I'm going home.
And that's fine. And I tell you that for me, you're not the leader for me.
But I'm just saying that they can do that. See you next time.
All right,
and it won't be a next time for me.
So there was another state legislative race. It was Florida House District 62. And so in Florida House District 62, Qiana Darling, she received 8,307 votes, which was 61%. And then Wingate Newton received 5,200 votes, which was 38%. And the margin in that race was 3,100 votes.
And so that was a universal primary as well.
And so if you know what, so Qiana took over Michelle Rayner's spot.
Okay, the seat that she was in.
She was in, and she'll still hold it until January.
Yeah.
So Qiana took her spot, and then Frentress took Daryl Roussan's spot.
The seat that is currently occupied by Daryl Roussan is the seat that Fentress Driscoll would be going into, and the seat that's currently being held by Michelle Rayner is where Qiana Darling would be going into next. And then in the congressional, we have some congressional primaries as well. Several congressional primaries that affect parts of St. Petersburg. And in the Democratic primary, You probably don't know who these people are. I mean, well, I didn't know who these were. In District 13, Leela Gray, she finished first with 30,000 votes, 60, which was 65%. And then in Congressional District 16, I think this is the one that might have been redrawn and gerrymandered. Kelly Kirshner finished first with 11,000 votes, or 44%. And then in the Republican side of that primary for District 16, it was Sidney Gruters with 11,000 votes, which was 67% of the party vote. And so those candidates will now move forward for the general election. Just as a note, too, congressional districts don't necessarily follow city boundaries. And so you can actually have two people who both live in St. Pete, but they live in different congressional districts.
Yes.
So we want to pull up the map in future broadcasts so that you can see where your congressional districts are.
That's part of the gerrymandering,
yeah,
of how some of them districts are in 6 to 7 counties.
Yes, yes.
It is completely wild, but
yeah,
that's something we can talk about on another show.
Yeah, we can. I was looking to see the race for Senate. I thought I had it in here, but the Senate race was Angie Nixon.
Yeah.
Angie Nixon, she won
against Alex.
Yeah, in the Democratic primary, Angie Nixon. I thought I had numbers for it, but
and she's going to be going against Ashley Moody.
Yeah, so Ashley Moody and Angie Nixon.
Angie Nixon is going to need all our help.
Yeah, she really is.
You know,
if you're rocking with Angie Nixon,
if you're rocking with Angie,
if you're actually rocking with with Ashley Moody. She blew it out in her primary.
She did.
I mean, she
it was more Republicans that voted than Democrats.
Okay.
So it was like 1.6 million.
And I think that's they said
1.2 million Dems. And so I want to see how many non-party affiliates voted too. Because that's the swing vote. There ain't nobody counting.
But they had the ballots. They had ballots this
for certain in primary.
I mean, everybody did.
But in primaries, if you're not party affiliated, you don't nonpartisan don't get certain races.
Okay.
Right.
Because if you are
primaries,
if you're not affiliated with
right, but they had a ballot. What I'm saying is they had a ballot.
Angie Nixon was a close one.
Okay.
39,805 votes. She won by 51.9%.
Okay.
Very close, I think.
Yeah.
And Benjamin had 36,812.
Okay.
It's about a 3,000 vote gap, a little bit under 3,000.
And that's statewide. And so here's the thing too with that race. What was interesting from the perspective is the Alex, and I don't want to mess up the last name, was considered the establishment candidate, and then Angie was like an underdog who faced all kind of criticism about not being viable as a candidate. They were saying that she couldn't do it, and that people wouldn't vote for her because she's outspoken, and there were comparisons being made to her and Jasmine Crockett out of Texas, and saying like, you see what happened with Jasmine and how people had enough of her and she got removed from her seat, and they were making those comparisons saying that Angie wasn't viable, and so she didn't really have early on the full support of the party as their nominee, but she just really beat the bushes and did the work and was like was out here and got it popping, and she came out on top. So those who are watching, when you talk about how you run a campaign and how you earn people's votes, like for me, she really earned a lot of people's votes because she was out here everywhere. Now I can't say what Alex did or didn't do, but I couldn't pick Alex out of a lineup. Right. You know what I mean? Because I didn't see them. I don't know who they were or where they.
And I think also with Angie, what also helped her was all the stuff that she's going through in Tallahassee, right? And so that put a face to her, to the name too. And so because they were going back and forth, they're trying to take her to court and do all
not trying. She done caught a whole case.
But I'm just saying, but all of the stuff also helped her in this, because again, if you didn't know who Angie Nixon is, when you got in there, you like, I heard of Angie Nixon.
Yeah, you heard the name.
I say that. When people get in that booth, they do what they want to do, and not what you think they go do.
So were there any surprises in this race? Well, like, were you surprised by any of the results or any of the outcomes? Like, was it anything that you thought would go differently from what you saw and experienced?
I thought it would be a bigger outcome. I thought more people would come out. But I think it was like 24%.
Okay.
Something.
No, it's 30. It was like 31. It was like 31.
So yeah, not bad. It wasn't bad.
Well, that's on par for a primary election.
Yeah,
like the last 3 primaries have been 30, between 31, 30 and 31%. So this was right on par.
I thought it would probably be more. I also thought that, I don't know. I thought that some candidates would come to the community more.
Okay.
I also thought that, like we were saying earlier, more issues, because like the next 18 to 26 months in the city of St. Pete will change the city of St. Pete forever.
Yeah.
Right. And a lot of those issues weren't even brought up in none of the races. Right. And if was, they were kind of glossed over.
Right.
Because you had so many candidates. Like, we did a forum, so it's hard to really do a deep dive with 6 candidates or 5 candidates.
Yeah. Giving them, because you got to limit the time that they can respond.
So now that is down to 2 candidates for these races, you can probably do deeper dives on some of the harder issues that's coming, because like it's some real serious issues coming up. The $600 million infrastructure, the redevelopment of the stadium, and just so many more different things. The airport, you get what I'm saying? The marina.
Yeah.
So when you put all this stuff together, y'all, like if y'all look, the Rays headquarters that the Rays was using is being knocked down right now. This is how fast this stuff moving. This was their office. This is where their office was at, and it's being bulldozed right now. It's probably on the ground today.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? So it's like things are changing so fast, and I think this up and coming November election, the people really gotta bring these issues up so that we can get some answers to them.
Yeah, and Kofi, he said folks need to rethink relying on social media and not focusing on the field.
Ooh,
because you thinking that you can do it on Facebook without like really beating the bushes.
No, but
Facebook eating good. Yeah.
So, but okay, so here but Facebook again, it keeps it to the people who you already know.
Your algorithm.
Right, you're right. And so you're not touched like you think it is. So Facebook, Instagram all have like
algorithm.
Right.
Yeah.
So like Instagram, the way that Facebook gonna give you your community. Instagram, you already have to kind of build your community, right? With it. If I don't know if y'all ain't using it or not, TikTok is also where it's at, because you're put in front of people that they just share to everybody.
Yeah. And but that's the thing. Are they sharing to voters? Because when you in the field, I remember being in the field, we pull a list, and that list is consisted of voters.
Right.
And so we can be in a neighborhood, and if it's 10 houses on that block, we're not going to every house. Right. We going to the 7 or really the 3 houses because the percentages, we going to the houses where the voters are. So you might walk 1 door here, skip 2, 3, 4 doors, go to 5 doors, because you're actually targeting voters. Whereas with social media, you just doing this scattergun approach, and people might be hearing you, but they might not be voters.
So, but that's the same thing. Even when you go to those houses, like we know that these are houses for voters, but how often do them people open the door for you?
So that's another point.
But
the point is, I would, if you're targeting people who actually vote versus just targeting this, attention and this universe of people who you don't know, and so like you really got to be specific in who you trying to reach is what I'm saying.
What I'm gonna add is like the data shows like a lot of races are won at the doors.
Okay.
Right. When Obama came with the social media approach, that's what really opened up like the social media game. So it's like a left hand and a right hand punch in the fight. You can't just win with your right hand.
Right.
You got to throw that left.
And that's what I'm saying. You got to use both of them. And you put out there, how do we get the younger voters?
Yeah.
They're on TikTok.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. And here's the statement that was made. He said relying on social media and not field.
Yeah, that's why I said left.
Yeah.
Listen, here knocking. Listen,
I support all of the above. Yeah.
But listen, I organize field. You organize field. You organize field.
I do it all.
Right? No, I'm just.
I do it all. I do. That's why I say left, right. Because
I was getting that. I was gonna go with that.
Go ahead,
like you gotta collectively do it. We don't count out either one of them. And what happened is when you focus on one and not the other, this is what you get.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say that because when you look at it, right, if you have a strong campaign with a dynamic what they call it, Brother John, is that word I'm looking for. They call it the dynamic
candidate, a credible messenger.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you really do the thing, you can play both of them, right?
Yeah.
That's what I just said. So
I'm saying like.
Was that this? I didn't hear disagreement.
I disagree.
Okay.
He started out.
I was distracted with the comments. So if y'all tuning in, listen,
disagree.
if you're tuning in now, you're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Thank y'all for being here. Like, share, subscribe. We're doing a debrief of the election that happened, the primary election that happened on yesterday. So we talking about that.
And we talking about how to get voters.
There you go.
How you reach the voters.
Yes. Go ahead, Jad.
Go ahead, Jad.
I want to see the pivot.
Mm-hmm.
We everybody's talking about the door mailers and everybody talking about social media. I think to win an election, you have to have a balance of groundwork and technology.
Yeah.
But I would like to see the pivot because I've yet to see any candidate. Well, I ain't gonna say any. I don't see any messaging on any of this stuff.
So here's what.
So if I get a flyer, you saying, "Oh, such and such did this and this and this and that," it's not telling me what you're gonna do.
But that's the
and
dynamic.
then if you like right now, I can go and ask a question on my Facebook page. This is a question that I want to ask to a mayor candidate. Put this phone down and come back in 2 hours. It'd be all type of bullet holes in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
here's what you just said. It's kind of tying into what Janet said. She said those misinformation mailers were problematic. Wouldn't be surprised if we see more of them because there was like some like explicitly like just outright lies that was sent out of some of the mailers.
On mailers too, y'all.
You want me to tell you? So well, never mind. I ain't gonna say
Go ahead.
No.
So
you got great prices on mailers, so we'll leave it at that.
We're gonna stop there.
So I was doing mailers before your campaign.
No.
Yeah.
So and I'm going to agree that, you know, like I said, it's really the candidate, right? And how you uplift that candidate can be different ways because that message is really everything, right? When you look at like what Angie did, when you look at these stuff, like this is messaging. They having messaging mixed with ground game, mixed with because these are dynamic candidates that can push through. Because I think a lot of times when we look at our candidates, we just look for who we like.
Okay,
you get what I'm saying? Oh, I like his personality. Oh, they talk good.
Yeah,
but you know, a lot of times we won't go too much farther past that front facade.
This is what Nisha said. She said, "I thought more people would vote, and I see the candidates in our community." And see what they think about the problems we're having. And so when we talked about the surprises and what we thought we would see, she was saying that she thought that it would be more people turning out and that we would see the candidates more often.
You know what? I never, like for the primaries, I never expect for like this overwhelming. Me personally, just because people are just not educated about primaries.
Okay.
Most people who think about voting again think about like in November. So like when they come in, unless you're an educated voter, people only really think about the general election, and we don't subscribe to all. But a lot of people, when it came up, they was like, "We vote already? Like it's time to vote."
Yeah.
It kind of, and so
who fault is that?
I was gonna say we're not. So again,
that's the message. You ain't even put that on the mailer. You steady talking about what's the name doing?
That's what I'm saying. Hey, by the way,
you gotta talk about what's the name doing.
So I will say that on the mailers, They do say vote, you know, in the primary.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, and most of the mailers that came to my house got shredded as soon as I got
Yeah,
it.
that's the whole point of them. Like who got like mailers that they're referring to when you go to, like you get it,
but
it meets you where you are. You look at it and you say, oh, okay.
But
and
some
then
some people make they vote list by mailers
and that's what Janet was saying. She said we probably will see more of the misinformation that comes in those mailers. And I remember like seeing on social media with one particular candidate where they had her branded as a Republican. And she's not a Republican. Like she's been a lifelong Democrat, but the mailer said that she was a Republican.
About her,
but saying that
she's not a mailer. Somebody put a mailer about somebody else.
But that candidate ended up losing though. And so was that a contributing factor in that race?
It is effective because with racing, a lot of people don't know you got to have multiple touches. Mm-hmm. So that's what all this stuff about, right? I'm giving the sauce right now.
No, don't give it to him.
This is the secret recipe.
We got to.
So I'm gonna tell you, it's multiple. Listen, it's all right. It's all right. But it's multiple touches.
Yeah,
that's what the goal is between all the things that you do, right? And a mailer is one touch.
Yep.
The door knock is a touch.
Yep.
Facebook is a touch, and sometimes
phone calls, texts.
And sometimes you can get multiple touches.
Yeah.
But they have a rate that at so many touches you get the vote.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
And that's running general marketing.
But
that's general marketing.
That's
general marketing. You got to see the brand 3 or 4 times to get familiar with it.
And some of it is a negative touch, right?
Okay.
Well, that's the flyer that go out that don't say the other person's name, but say, oh, they're a Republican.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Or say the misinformation.
Right.
That's a part of it because that influences elections.
Right on.
Even though people gonna shred it, they look at it. They at least read the first line. You get what I'm saying? Whether they go all the way through it or not. You get what I'm saying? Right. And then when they shred it, it's still in the back of their mind.
That's what's up. All right. So again, if y'all just tapping in, tuning in, we about to shift the gears on this election debrief. We got time. It's 8:54, but we got time. I think we started late, so I mean, if y'all want to go,
extra 30 minutes,
we can do that. We can
give us a vote. Y'all want an extra 30 minutes?
Put it in the chat. Do y'all want us to keep going?
We got about 9 o'clock. If we don't see at least 5.
Put it in the comments. Do y'all want us to keep going or do y'all want us to end at 9? Thumbs up for yes.
I do it for the people.
No comment for.
I mean, because we know people got to go to work.
Yeah,
I do it for the people.
So let me get what we talk about the people. What the people say. So let's get some of these comments. I thought I wouldn't be that engaged, but my daughter really invested now, and so that was that was good. That was Fancy Nancy. Janet says they can help spread your message and generate funding, which is helpful for cash strapped candidates. Ms. Teresa was responding to the the comment about the headquarters being demolished. She said that was the AAA building and was scheduled for demolition before the Rays used it as a temporary location because the trop was damaged by the hurricane. It wasn't technically the Rays headquarters. It was a temporary headquarters, and she wanted to make sure that that was in the comments.
I mean, but I like
it was context.
But because you do, because people listen to it, they'll run off with it. You know what I mean? And to get the color picture, because you see it. That's the one thing I hate about Facebook. I look at it and I be like, and then you go do your research. You only took a little small clip and ran with it and you're spreading it to everybody and nobody knows like, oh, that ain't true for real.
I saw that. I saw something like that too. And congratulations, Trevor. We were shouting you out earlier. I see he's in the comments as well. He said you got to hit them with mailers and through digital outlets also was another part of the strategy. He said they're online. Yubi said they are online, but it doesn't show up at the polls. And so you got people that will be voting in the comment section, but actually it not translate into actual votes at the polls.
And people like this, especially in local elections, they want to know that they can touch you, even if they can't touch you. They want to feel like they can touch you. So like you coming out there and seeing them, and I'll tell you, I hope they saw you before election day, before you was running, because then it don't feel authentic.
It make it easier for people to.
Before we pivot too.
Hold on, I want to just again, we still taking some comments. So this is basically what you were saying too. So Asha says definitely got to be creative on engaging with the people. Face to face is always more welcoming. Boots on the ground. So that's what you were saying as well. That PAC money's influence was another one of the questions. So yeah, all right.
And I want to say,
are they telling us to stay or not? Go ahead.
I want to.
They don't want us to stay. Oh, I see some yeses. I see some thumbs up. I see some thumbs ups and some yeses. Yeah, keep going. Do your thing. Keep doing. I'm listening and working. Appreciate that. Okay, thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. We gonna keep going.
Come on, we need more. Give me more. Give me more. I'm still thinking about it.
Michelle said that. Yes, stay. One of the comments. So thank y'all for that. And again, the other pieces of this, right? With the whole conversation around turnout, we've been pulling the precincts, the majority Black precincts, and really keeping an eye on that as well, because when we're talking about power building as a strategy and power building as a community, we know that the political process and voting is one part of the strategy. We know we got to be engaged in, economics and get the money up, and be engaged around arts and culture, got to be improving our science and technology and like all of these things. But a lot of times the conversation that keeps people from voting is they say, well, you want to pick one or the other. Well, we don't need to be voting. We need to be getting our money. We don't need to be voting. We need to be building, buying land. Like all of those things are important, because if you buying land, the political process determines what you can build on it.
I was just going to say that, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of times we skip leg day, right? A lot of people build their muscles, which is finance and relationships, but the legs is what the finances stand on.
Yeah.
And the better we realize, like the more politically active we are, the better our communities. We're doing the neighborhood strong, and one of the philosophies is that the quality of life of communities improve the more civically engaged they are.
Okay.
So if you look at a nice neighborhood and you see where you want to be, and I love to live here, that's a civically engaged community. You don't even have to pull the records. You can just look at the sidewalk.
I want to just highlight this, and I can double click and get the data and bring it back. But I was looking at the precincts that had the highest turnout, and I think it might have been maybe like Bahama Shores or one of those over there.
Okay.
And it was like almost 60% of them that actually turned out. I mean, it was a small number of people, but it was a high percentage. It was like 50 or 60% of their neighborhood or their precinct turned out. And so, to your point about nice neighborhoods turning out,
if you look at the
precinct data showed that.
If you look at the neighborhood,
and if you look at it, those people, when they walk into City Hall, people know them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They make sure you know their name as they walking by. They got a phone number, if not the phone number, to contact somebody, because they're engaged.
Yeah.
I mean, and one of the things it's like the old school thing, the squeaky wheel gets the oil.
Right.
Just like we looking at these turnout numbers, the politicians look at those numbers. So they see 200 people voted in that neighborhood and 1,500 voted in that neighborhood. So I know I want to win. Which neighborhood I'm gonna go to? It's all.
That's what we thought about targeting.
It starts with civic engagement.
Yeah.
Because once you get civically involved, that helps your neighborhood or your area improve. Whether it's economically, whether it's just like I say, whether it's just the sidewalks, whether it's just they fixed the road when it had a hole in it, because it contributes to what they want to do, and they want to lead.
And you have to know in those neighborhoods who can you turn into your voters. So like you say, it's 1,500 here. They might, these people don't like you, but there may be 4 neighborhoods with 2, 5, 6, 8, and you attack those and not the 1,500, because if they've already picked and they're against you, right here, you don't always have to go to the bigger number. You can go to the smaller one, but get more of those to equal up to that 1,500.
All right, so let's do final thoughts on
ahead.
this, and then we can move into some other
Okay.
conversation. Jab, you had something that you said you wanted to include before we made the pivot.
Boy, look
Did
here.
you lose that thought?
I done forgot and brought that one back like 3 times.
Okay.
So really I'm looking at is going back to what you said, Brother John. What give people that stigma around voting?
Yeah.
And when we ask for messaging, me by saying give us messaging, don't give us a lot of promises you're not going to keep.
Yeah.
Because this is where we losing those voters at. Man,
Right.
ain't got time for that. They say we'll do this, do that, do that. I went and voted for, and they ain't do none of that. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
just coming from the people.
Yeah.
There's those people that say I ain't got time for that because we're in a political realm where people promise during the campaign.
Yeah.
And then get what I said.
Yeah.
What bothers me the most is watching a city council meeting or any type of public meeting and an elected official start off by saying, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's not about you. It's about your constituents.
Right.
You should start with my people, my constituents. And when you say I, you ain't representing them. You actually going by what you think.
Yeah.
What you want. And that don't necessarily represent the people.
I hear that loud and clear. I got a story on that, but we finna pivot. Because I was one of the ones up there making some motions with what the people thought and got rebutted with what the eyes thought. I lived that for real. So here's some major takeaways, y'all. First, the St. Petersburg mayor's race is not over. Charlie Crist and Ken Welch will be advancing to November. Second, the City Council District 6 will be decided between Lindsey Grove and Trevor Mallory. Third, the School Board District 3 also continues. We skipped the school board races, so we can maybe come back to those. But school board is very important as well. Those District 3 will continue. And then also School Board District 6 is separated by only 97 votes. And so that's something that we need to be monitoring because that might trigger a recount for
97 votes.
Yeah, for School Board District 6.
More people at the bar.
Well, what's the name? I'm sorry, I missed that.
So School Board District 6 is separated by only 97 votes.
Okay.
And so that might trigger a recount or something as the results are being surveyed.
I wasn't sure on my school board, so I left them blank.
Okay. And that's another conversation. Another conversation.
I wasn't sure on my school board, so I left them blank.
Okay, so I think one of the bottom line takeaways is that these numbers are really low as far as the decisions that are being made. I won't say low in general because the turnout is consistent, whether we like that number or not. 30% of the people are deciding for the whole city.
It's for the 70%, and that's low. That's low.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And so it's like you said, perfect world would be more, but the real world is 30% is a good number. That's in the real world, it's an acceptable number.
For the primary.
However you want to slice it, that's what the real world.
It's the last number that happened last time. So if that was
3 times.
But I'm just saying, still.
So there you have it, folks. So what else y'all got?
Low watermark.
What's going on in the world, y'all? What y'all want us to talk about? Y'all wanted us to stay. We stand. What's on your mind? What's on your mind Wednesday?
We said that we was going to talk about
Clarissa Shields.
Yes.
I love Clarissa.
I didn't see the fight.
I seen it. I love Clarissa.
She was gonna win, though.
I think Clarissa is the modern day Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
I think she's the biggest thing in sports, in boxing right now, especially the biggest black woman. I watched the fight. It felt to me like one of the biggest championship fights I ever watched. And for it to be a woman fight, to feel that feel, to have that feel like that, I don't think it's never been a woman doing this like this.
And I think that's another part of what the conversation has been about her contribution to the sport.
She busting it open, bro. Listen, Muhammad Ali's daughter didn't have the type of feel that fight had. Like I don't watch fights all my life, so the fight didn't start at 1 o'clock. You get what I'm saying? Just like the big fights. And listen, man, everybody was there. It was huge.
And they were saying that like usually the women's fights are under a male dominated card, and it's a woman fight on the card, but now to have women headlining and having a whole card is something is another part of her contribution and what she's bringing to the
what happened too. I think she may have been really the only professional fight on the card. Maybe one or two.
Yeah, because Ray J and Orlando.
Like, Ray J was on that? So she held the whole card.
That was the Ray J fight?
Yeah.
Hold on.
They was on the Clarissa Shields.
Yes, sir.
This is the thing is, so now I feel like people came in too and didn't take it serious.
Oh, no, they took it serious.
No.
You ain't watch it.
No, I'm talking about the whole ticket. I'm talking about the ticket.
Wow.
You have Orlando and Ray J fighting, which everybody talked about that and was like, what they doing out here fighting?
Yeah.
And that's who
they do exhibitions though. You
yeah,
know,
but not with Ray. They do with people that actually box.
Let me see who I want to fight.
Don't get me started.
We want to give a shout out to we over here, Culture Creative. We want to definitely shout out the proprietor, owner, Brainstorm the Genius, man. Thank you for your gracious hospitality, my brother. We appreciate you, man. So who? Let me see who we can line up.
Listen,
if Ray J can get in the ring,
but you said line,
put him in front of me.
Ooh,
I'm doing a one a day. I'm walking now. I might need to start training for me to fight. Come on, man. Put me on the car. Put me in, coach.
Oh,
wrap my knees up.
Her talent is undeniable.
Yeah.
I wish she would let her talent speak and keep her relationship out of the public.
That's the social media era.
No, but she can tell that like some stuff. I think
well, if you ask questions in interviews, you cannot answer them.
And you can tell them
that's part of it.
It's part of it. That's what's making it.
I think that's part of both sides making money.
I seen Zeus Network on the floor at the boxing.
That's what Shayna just said. That Shayna said it was a Zeus. It was a Zeus production. And they were sponsored by.
But listen, but I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it funky now, bro. That was a big fight. I'm telling you,
sponsored a lot of fights.
They had all the celebrities there. All the boxing celebrities was there. That was a big fight. That was like, what? She just had her Frank Lucas moment. You know, he came out with a jacket.
She just thought a bag in like this big for her and Zeus.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah,
I don't know how y'all feel about
streaming numbers ain't came in. When them numbers go tell a different number.
Zeus has. So what is Zeus Network known for?
Baddies. So they have some baddies on there too.
Fights.
They have some baddies on there too.
And one of the fights was I don't know the baddies.
On the girl, what's her name? Krishan Rock. Her sister was fighting or something.
Her sister. Yeah.
I just seen a clip with her like losing her mind.
Johnny Blaze, I think, was the one who sung the national anthem. So, like,
no, they had like 5 national anthems. Listen, we watched it, right? Listen, these people played with us. They had 5 singers come out. Lotto walked her out. Then they had a singer. Then the girl had a singer. Then another person had a singer. I said, wait a minute. How long?
But that was not singing. They all didn't sing the national anthem.
Oh, I don't know. We ain't had a sound on.
Yeah. Can't make it up, y'all.
Hey, we ain't had a sound on, y'all.
Make this up. Really cannot make this up. Everybody got one of them in their family too, don't they? Don't you got one of them in your family?
In real life, he didn't even know Ray J in Orlando was on the ticket, but he watched the whole thing.
He got there at 1 o'clock. No, I watched the whole Clarissa fight. That's the only fight I watched, and I watched it from beginning to end. And in other news. Can I go?
Yes, please. Politics with Mr. Edmond.
Listen, heat index has been 112.
Yes.
Check on your people, y'all.
Yeah.
Don't leave kids unattended in the car.
Yeah.
Check the back seat. Yes, hydration, electrolytes, and hydration is not just water, y'all. Please, because heat strokes are still strokes, y'all.
Yeah.
People still die from heat strokes every day.
And it's real. That heat is real.
112 was the index yesterday. They say today will be the same. There will be a heat advisory from 11 to 7.
All day. So don't be
right
out
now
there unprepared. Yeah.
The whole Southern America is under what they call a heat dome.
Mm-hmm.
and under that heat dome is producing like the biggest and the hottest they said ever.
Wow.
Not just hot. You know how we feeling it? Well, it's hot.
Yeah.
No, this is the hottest
Since
ever.
they've been keeping track.
If you ain't read Revelation, you better start.
Ever. They say these temperatures have never been met.
Start.
What they're calling it, let me say this. They say nearly 97 million people will face dangerous heat at schools, employees, public bus systems, even you just walk into your car, y'all. Be prepared, check on your folks, get your electrolytes in. This is just a warning. This is a health warning. Because they say 97 million. You know how many people that is? That's the whole lower half of America.
Yeah. Under the heat warning. Is that under the dome or just these?
Yes, they call it the late summer heat dome. It
Okay.
has placed roughly 97 million people in critical areas of the southeast under heat advisories. Conditions are expected to remain dangerous throughout Wednesday, August 19th, with temperatures reaching 100 degrees or more. So y'all know the feel like temperature is usually hotter than the actual temperature.
Yeah.
So
I never really understood that, because if it feel like 100 to me, it's 100. Like that's just my.
No, it'd be like not. Yeah, you're right. That's what he said though. You say to feel like temperature, the actual temperature. You can't tell me it's 91, but it feel like 102. No, it's 102.
That's what it is to me. Yeah.
Listen,
Whatever it feel like is what it is.
They say the feel like temperature has been, with the humidity pushing the heat index past 115.
You know what? Because here, it feels like Arizona heat.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody been out there. Like it feels like Arizona, that dry heat, like Vegas and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my gosh.
They say many urban areas will remain near 80 degrees overnight.
It was 80 degrees last night.
Listen, y'all. Y'all. 80 degrees used to be our daily weather. That was our daily weather. Listen, I don't know if y'all believe in not hurricane, but what do you call it?
Climate change.
Climate change.
Yep.
But we're living through climate change. I remember the temperature used to be 82 and 83 all day. Not the night temperature. Oh my God. Y'all better be careful out there. That's all.
I hear that.
I don't know. I'm maybe that's why I got $1,100 Duke Energy bill.
You took it out of my head. That was
like,
the thought. I'm like, okay.
I've been in distraught, man. I seen my life bill.
I've been distraught.
And for real, bro, I had to set me a therapy appointment. Like, what the hell, bills, bro? Like, this is crazy, bro. Like, what?
Listen, Duke contract is
how you print these hot with a straight face? Like, you can't. Y'all got to be laughing like this.
Got him.
Got me one. Like,
got him.
Out with a straight face,
and we need to pull a string on that conversation about the Duke Energy agreement, because the city of St. Pete still don't have an agreement with Duke while they're waiting for the results of the study to go
cashing out right now.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know what the impact of that is exactly, but that's definitely something to be mindful of. I just did a quick Google search, and what one of the things that came up was they said there's an ex-Fauci advisor who has pleaded guilty to concealing COVID-19 research records during the pandemic. So I guess he didn't learn from Fauci and saying, the field. It said a former senior advisor of the infectious disease expert, Anthony Fauci, pleaded guilty Tuesday to plotting to conceal federal records related to research on the origins of the deadly COVID-19
you know what
pandemic.
It sounds like to me, he taking responsibility for his actions.
Okay.
Instead of just saying, I plead the fifth, you have a responsibility to the people.
Hey, I ain't snitching, no snitching.
No, but
somebody must have snitched on him.
No, he feel bad because some of his people probably sick because he went in there and hid the information.
But what information did he hide?
It don't matter.
It said federal records related to research on the origins of the deadly. So it was research that tell you where it came from. Because they were saying it was a Chinese.
Why these people steady going to jail, and people that play with people children ain't went to jail yet?
Ooh.
But this is the distraction from that.
Yeah, we're taking people to jail for hiding a document.
See the PDF file
versus flying to an island with the purpose of
I think
with people children.
I think they both need to go to jail.
Yeah, I agree, but we focus.
Yeah, the focus. I hear you.
I feel you.
Yeah. Like if you had to look at a hierarchy of priorities, and you say, okay, we're gonna prioritize this over that. They prioritizing the person hiding the documents over the person who flying the islands.
Because
abusing children. I hear you, Jab.
Yeah.
I hear that loud and clear.
And like this whole thing crazy. Did you see that I show you the letter? Did y'all see the letter that I posted on social media that my partner got from the immigration office?
No.
I saw it, but I didn't read it. Tell me about that. Yeah.
My partner got a letter, right? This is the big.
Yeah, that's.
It said that his immigration status ran out, right? And he can either self-deport or he can pay $1.8 million to remain a U.S. citizen.
He can self-deport.
It's on my Facebook page.
But they need that.
This is a real document. So where this money going? If I got 1.8 million, yes, $1.8 million. It's on the document.
So they got to be fake.
I'm going to hold my hand up and tell you I got this from my friend. I edited his name off this document.
Yeah.
I edited his name off this document.
Like, this just can't be real.
No, this is the administration. This is how they treating immigration. You Cuban. You ain't really got nowhere to go, but if you got $1.8 million,
come on,
you can hang out here with us.
We got you. You got that ticket.
That's what happened with Boosie, didn't it?
No, he didn't get a letter. No. If he'd have got that letter, he'd have been straight.
Yeah,
and he wasn't facing deportation. This ain't for a pardon. This is the so that you don't have to be deported.
Okay, and so you can stay if you pay
up 1.8.
So you can stay. You don't worry about it. But if you don't have 1.8, then see you later.
Hey, boy, we out here looking for you.
We ain't talk about this, but the TPS status for Haitians, right?
Temporary protective status.
So they're receiving these same letters.
Yes, that's what this is about. They is cutting they temporary in their status because they call it asylum. When you run from your country for gangs, drugs, or when you run from your from your situation, they call it, they grant you asylum here in America.
Yeah, that's what Janet was saying. The same thing happened to Haitians as well.
Yes, yes, and it's a tragedy because a lot of people were feeding their families. Okay, and like I hate to tell you, our jobs. Like a lot of that work, them people was doing,
especially healthcare. They say,
man, it's the backbone. It's the backbone of our society.
Yeah.
No, it's a lot when you look at like you say the healthcare.
All the
nurses, CNAs.
Yeah.
You're looking at people who have group homes and
home
things
healthcare.
Like a lot of them go in there and they're doing nothing.
They Haitian. They from Somalia because you remember the Somalians thing. Yeah, listen, man, we are in a situation. And a lot of these people are losing their jobs, and then the corporation is not filling the job. They're just giving more work to the people who there.
Okay, because I was going to ask you that because that's one of the whole cases that's being made for why the people need to be deported is because they're taking jobs from Americans.
No, they're doing jobs.
That's the argument that they're making. So here's what I'm hearing. So if you're saying, oh, we're going to deport these people, and that's going to free up 350,000 jobs. What the logic that they're using is those jobs can now be given to 350,000 American citizens.
So I'm going to tell you this, just like they get up and fill out them applications, the 350,000 Americans can get up and fill out those applications.
No, that's why now what he's saying. He said they're not replacing the job.
Yeah, that's what I'm
put
saying.
More work on so like we lose 10 people, we ain't hiring 10 more. We go spread the workload.
Yeah, this is them 5 that's still there going to do twice as much.
But what I'm saying
if not
is
3 times as much.
They still need those people, but the other Americans are not applying for those jobs. Like you're saying, I'm gonna. They're in their minds.
You don't get they making room for the AI jobs that's being taken.
Yeah,
they're making space.
But in the healthcare field, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, because especially in Florida, there's like the laws that say you have to.
No, but
but these people they don't care. Like they don't care. Like I know we being logical. They don't care because like we're saying TPS status. This man was born in America. He's never been to Cuba.
Yeah.
A lot of these Haitians, they were born here. They've never been to Haiti.
Yeah.
So it's not like they.
So you're gonna send him to a country that he never even.
Some of the people going through that. No, I can't even send you to Cuba. They're sending these people to other countries, the Africa and Mexico, bro.
Whoever they got the agreement with.
Bro,
Wow.
whoever let them land the plane.
Yeah, that's why I say they got agreement with other countries to take our citizens, like El
And
Salvador,
what people don't know is
Argentina.
they take everything from you financially.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got money in your bank account, cash out, all of your digital funds, all of that. When the immigration gets you, all of that, bro.
And so hearing this,
none of that money, bro.
Hearing what you're saying, Jab, this also when we started out talking about politics and talking about the issues, and I remember one of the issues that was being lifted up on the campaign trail was the city of St. Petersburg's cooperation and the agreement with ICE. So I mean, just kind of put a pin in that. If this is something that is that we need to be more informed about on the impact, because a lot of people, I don't think, really understand the impact of that. And so when they talk about the damage that this agreement is doing to our communities, a lot of people don't really connect that dot. And so
just know that ICE is telling people, hey, give us 1.8.
Yeah,
and you can stay here.
I
don't even care if you got to give me. So let's look at this here.
We got 8 minutes left. We're gonna ask Qiana.
We're saying, oh, y'all criminals, y'all don't belong here, but we don't care. We'll exclude all of that. If you got 1.8 million.
No, but the 1.8 is for like the people, because what they do, they call it like a golden visa. That's what they call it, right? And the golden visa is because if you make investments in America, they will give you status, and not just America, other countries. So you can't go to certain countries without making investments in the country, and that's how they give you a visa. That's how they give you a way to stay there, is through making that investment. And that's what they have changed and put that 1.8, because they got them. They call them the Trump gold cards or something. They call it where they charge you to be here.
All right, we got to ask Qiana.
Body.
All right, ask Qiana, y'all. We can end with this one. We got 7 minutes left, and thank y'all for tuning in and rocking with us. So, dear Qiana, I feel like my partner should already know what I need without me having to explain everything. For example, Jab, you going? For example,
you should already know.
Do I need to stop right there? All right, wheel it, selector. Dear Qiana, I feel like my partner should already know what I need without me having to explain everything. For example, when I've had a stressful day, I want them to check on me, help with dinner, or just sit with me. But instead, they carry on like everything is normal. Then I get upset, even though I never actually told them what I needed. Am I expecting too much, or should the person naturally understand me and what I need?
Okay, so people are not mind readers, but I do believe that you need to pay attention to your partner.
Okay.
Right.
People are not mind readers.
No, they're not. But you still need to pay attention. Like no, it is like it. Two things can be true at the same time. Like, listen, if they're not, if you're always stressed out and they're not catching the hints, you need to tell, right? Because they may think it's your normal because you're stressed out every day. You know, but someday you stressed out, you're like, just leave me. But today you want to be held. You know what I mean? So it's okay to tell people what you want. Like, hey, today I need a. Like, I think you need to express that. Like, you're not communicating where you at, and you just assuming that just because you had a bad day that they know what you want. No, because some days when I have a bad day, I want to be alone. Don't talk to me. I need to process. And then other days I want to be held, and you need to express that so that you can get what you want.
Okay, I hear that.
Ma'am, this is the communication y'all be asking people for.
Okay.
Communicate. Yes, ma'am. Yes, like you talking about. I ain't said nothing. So I might have had a bad day too. Like, what are you talking about, ma'am? And then so because it's a precursor. Because the same person, you'll be like, hey man, how you doing today? Oh, I'm good. But you ain't good. Say something.
But you slamming stuff in there.
Yeah, say something.
That's why she said pay attention. You gotta pay attention.
Why you slamming stuff then? Like, then it become a whole thing.
But also just knowing your partner. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because sometimes, like, you just need, like, just knowing your partner too. Because you could, sometimes people say I'm good and you know they not good, you know, but then you want to respect boundaries. So.
Yeah. And partner, be careful because
it's
your partner might mistake that as sexual tension. You might get something.
Oh my God. Oh my God!
You might run up here. You want attention? Okay.
You be in the comments said you can't help or change what you don't know. People can't read minds. Yeah. No, that's right though. That's right. All right, so we're gonna land this plane, y'all. We got time for some final thoughts. I just want to remind you all again, if you haven't registered to vote, that there's another registration deadline that's coming up. We can put that out there. I think it's October. I don't have the exact dates and times, but know that you this is the season. It's been narrowed. The races have been narrowed.
Yes.
There will be some runoffs, and so make sure that you start to engage. Again, be clear on what it is that you're looking for candidates and what it is that you want them to do beyond just their character, but what are the actual policies. I think that's another thing that came up when we were talking earlier is understanding the jobs that these people are applying for.
Right.
And so if they're running for city council, but they're telling you how they're going to, fix potholes, well, that's an administrative thing. There's policy that you can put in place. There's funding that you can put in place as a council member, but you don't direct staff to do things. It's stuff like that. You know what I mean? And so being mindful of like, what is the actual job? Because that's where that disappointment lies. I think when people, and I'm seeing this too, people are running for jobs. They're making promises based upon what they think the job is, but that's really not what the job is.
And they ain't even did a job yet.
They haven't even done the job yet. And so that was another strong, like, again, with Maria and with her campaign, she consistently highlighted, here's what the job is that I'm applying for. I think we need more of that so that we can have people who are articulating, this is what I'm running for, this job, and this is what qualifies me for this job, not just because you can talk good or you can sell, people on your ideas, but really being clear on it, what it is that you want. And so as we show up to these forums, as we engage these candidates, let's start thinking about the job that they're doing. So what are you running for again? Oh, okay. Now I can put on that headset to say, okay, well, this is what I'm expecting of my council member. This is what I'm expecting of my state legislator. This is what I'm expecting of a senator. Like having clarity on what the jobs and what the roles are would be my final thoughts.
People don't know.
Yeah.
And the people who are running for the jobs don't know either. So
I got it and found out that it was something else. I'm telling the truth. Yeah. I thought I was going to be able to do what I was already doing. And then when I got there, what I was already doing was maybe 30% of the actual job.
Yeah.
And then you got that learning curve to like, oh, you got to shift that headset. And then now people are expecting you to keep doing what you've been doing. But you got another job now. And somebody, I remember, God bless the dead, Miss Sherry. Sherry was like, Brother John, don't change, man. Don't change. But I'm like, Sherry, I'm doing a different job. Like, I gotta change how, like, I'm not changing me, but the way I'm showing up in community has to change because the job that I have now requires more of me on this side. And like, that was something that I wasn't clear on. And I'm just being transparent. You know what I mean? And I think that happens to a lot of people who have good hearts and you trying to get in there. You want to do something strong for your people. And you think that what you're doing is what you can keep doing. But when you get in there, you realize, man, that's 20, like I said, 25, 30% of the job.
And the freedoms that you had prior.
Yeah. A whole nother conversation.
Yeah, you don't
a whole nother conversation.
But that really comes to right back to civic engagement and knowing what the position does.
Yeah,
like people don't understand. That's why we do a lot of the leadership development. That's why we do a lot of that stuff, so we can help educate people on like what these roles truly consist of.
Yeah,
what can they really do?
Yeah,
right. So the expectations ain't warped or out of place.
Yep.
Because I think to get what we need done is going to take a combination of political or elected officials. It's going to take a combination. It ain't going to be one seat that fix this. It ain't going to be.
It's a democracy. So you need 5 votes in St. Pete City Council.
Yes. And then you need the city council to do something. You need the mayor to do something. You need the senator to do something. You need to go all the way up to governor.
Yeah.
So it's a chain reaction. And a lot of times we get stuck at one part of the chain and then don't see the change we're looking for because that other seat we ain't even pay attention to.
True.
That other seat who actually does what we're talking about, we ain't even vote for.
So final thoughts. I would want to send it out to the people. If you would like us to do a few episodes going in on what the description of the job and what the expectation is, so people can be really clear, so we'll know what we're voting for. So let us know in the comments if that's something y'all would like, because we can like take one and just dive what the mayor actually role is and what they do, what city council role.
You got a second for that motion in the comments. I see a third. I see it. So yeah, keep on. Y'all keep letting us know if that's what you want to see.
So we can do that. So then even the candidates that listen, they're clear, and then the voters are clear too. So you have the questions, and if you have something that needs to be done, you know where to go at. So and then be the change you want to be or see. Write down those 5 things that make you smile, giggle, feel good, and I hope the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club was on that.
Yeah. Okay. I got 2 things. First, thank y'all everybody, right, for all this work. The forums, we loading up to do a mayor's forum at Wildwood. The part 2 of the community voices. So y'all lock and load, man. You want to be a part? Let us know. We looking for more support because we moving as one. We building a block. We not standing there looking cross-eyed, talking about. We ain't picking nobody. We moving as a block. We gonna vote as a group. And we gonna vet candidates as a group. We gonna move boldly into this work. Like we never did before. So thank y'all so much for helping push us to do this. And Lawfest 2026, October 24th, St. Pete Midtown College campus. Y'all, if y'all want to be a part of this Lawfest 2026 in honor of Mama T. Lassiter.
Long live Mama T, man.
Yes, and the work that she done, the imprint that she's done, and we're gonna work with the 6th Judicial Court to have lawyers, judges. We're gonna try to help people get their driver's license. We're gonna do a lot of big things, man. So if y'all want to be a part of it, y'all want to help, let me know.
King Jab, final thoughts.
Oh man, so the Bible speaks about a torchbearer.
Okay.
And the torchbearer has an assistant also. So we have a contingency of elder leaders that are holding the torch, and they're attempting to die with the torch in their hand. And the reason that we don't know the jobs is because they want to die with the torch in their hand. The torchbearer assistant job is to hold the torch because the torch got weight to it.
Yeah.
So I can't put you in here and let you hold this torch, be the leader, unless I let you feel the weight sometimes. And they don't want to let nobody feel the weight.
Right.
So
there you go. Let somebody pick up some of that weight for you so they'll know what they
cross
getting
my
themselves
legs
in.
on that one.
Pass the torch, keep it burning, y'all. All right, so again, thank y'all for tapping in, tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, do all the things. We on Facebook, we on YouTube, we also on Twitch, and so you can find us on those platforms. And we'll see y'all on Friday, Freestyle Friday. This has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Qiana.
I'm one and only Mr. Edmund.
This King Jab.
And we out.
Bing bing.